All right, well, this is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We are right in the middle of the conversation. I am your host, Mr. Fremont. To my left, I have
Taylor, aka Doc. To my left, I have
Lee. Let's move on along.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
so
go.
yeah, it's your boy Space Jam. I'm here, and I'm blessed to be here.
we got ourselves special guest, my man Space Jam. He's with his businesses. He got the not the consultant, damn, the clothing business, the venture capitalist.
Yes.
He's doing big things out here in these streets of Baltimore.
I'm trying for real.
So tell us a little bit about your business.
Oh
I don't want to
man.
mess it up.
No, you fine, man. Cause I'm doing something that's different for real, so I feel like I always gotta kind of explain it for real. So I'm a venture capitalist. People always ask, the question I always get is how long you been a venture capitalist? I always say I've been a venture capitalist all my life. Because I've always took opportunity. I was the kid, like back in the day, you know what I mean, when the gum store for real, I had candies. I had my man running the candy store for real. I had my man's. I can't even say some of the things, but I always felt like I always was trying to look for as many income streams as possible for real. So.
Right. That's the best way to live.
Even back in Milford days when the Big Texas was the big thing. Y'all know
yeah,
Big Texas, right?
Big Texas.
Back in the day, my man James Stevens can confirm this for y'all. I was working at Sam's Club at the same time, so I cut him a deal to get in for real, to get basically in for real, and he would come up and get his Big Texas, a nice little supply for a cheaper rate for real. So
I remember people used to be fiending over there.
what
Yeah,
that was the lunch special.
everybody had
But,
Yeah.
Big Texas.
yeah.
Didn't they start serving them in the vending machine after that? After
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
they cut. That's how that's how they always do us for real. They take us right out for real.
Yeah, school had to try to knock that hustle. That's crazy. I remember when I was in Milford, I was this one like Nextels was still popular.
Yo.
And I used to do people custom ringtones because everybody else was doing like Jamster and whatever that other stuff is you had to pay for, and they would have to get whatever part they had for real. So I knew how to make whatever part of the songs or whatever song you wanted. So I was doing
If
that.
I knew you was doing it, I would have came to you with my boots.
For real?
Yeah, I'm
I
going
was-
to the. It was a store that was in security that I used to go to.
With the dollar.
Yeah,
It was a
that was
dollar
a
for
dollar.
real.
Yeah, for the ringtones.
Yep.
Oh,
You was
my
lit
God.
though. You was lit with the dollar ringtone. You was lit for real.
It was long as shit. The whole
Yeah,
song would be
yeah.
a ringtone.
People just walk down the hallway and press their volume
Yeah.
button, let the whole ringtone.
I remember Gibson got me one time too for real. Going on a oh man, I was done for real. I was done. He had me.
That was crazy. Man, I feel old. We coming up on the 10-year reunion.
Nah, it's a poll. Y'all check the poll out. It was a poll
I
today.
ain't get to look at it.
Yeah, it's a poll. It's like the prom idea for real. I can't remember the other 90s and
In the Spirit Cruise.
yeah, Spirit Cruise for real. Yep, the Baltimore Spirit Cruise. I think I'm gonna rock with the Spirit Cruise for real.
Yeah, that sounds the more
Right now,
interesting.
the prom winning though.
Yeah, I think I did.
I think-
I
I
didn't
think-
vote yet because I'm
I
like,
think
I don't
prom
know.
winning for real, but
I
I'm
wanted to hit 90s party, but I'm like, we having our own 90s party. That's gonna be kind.
Yeah.
But even though what is this next year, right? Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be time between. But I was just like, no, I ain't thinking about 90s parties right now, other than the BDN 90s party. Go get your tickets. www.
Yeah, go get that. Go get that.
Shameless plug.
I actually gotta make sure I get my ticket.
Just bought my
I gotta
outfit
get it this
today.
week.
Oh yeah.
I still gotta get mine.
I got mine. I can't tell what it is yet though.
You shouldn't. I never let you shouldn't
I
tell
may
me.
argue that my outfit isn't 90s, but close enough.
It's subjective.
I know what I'm gonna pull out. I know what I'm gonna pull out for my outfit.
I got something custom made for mine.
Ooh.
I had to show off a little bit.
What's the date on it again?
June 2nd from 10
Oh,
to
that's
2.
late. That's late. That's
down to
late.
the
I actually know.
T-spot.
I actually know what I'm
Downtown
pulling out now. I'm gonna pull out somehow. We got the new the line actually drops 2 weeks after that, so I'm gonna come
Okay.
out first for real.
All right.
With the 14's the last shot for real. That's how I think I'm gonna.
Okay.
That's gonna be my 90s swag for real.
What's the
Last
name of the
shot.
line again?
Well, the new one I'm dropping is called B&D and Company for real.
Okay.
So it's basically an urban H&M for real.
Okay.
A real urban H&M. So that's what's
what's
next.
Yeah, so June 2nd, 10 to 2. Make sure you get your tickets.
Got it.
But other than that, what we got going on in the world? Light Rail. I don't know his name. I don't want to call him Light
They,
Rail
I
guy
don't think
I feel like
that,
that's
I don't think that his identity
think his
has
name-
been
yeah.
revealed, but
Oh, okay.
people have said that it was an older white man.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was.
I saw pictures. I know it was a video circulating. I ain't seen no video. I wasn't really trying to.
Oh my god.
I don't want to see the video.
Like I did not search it out because it's things like that make me squeamish because I've searched out those exact. I've seen videos of people who've been cut in half before.
Mhm.
It doesn't make me squeamish at this point.
Yeah, I'm not squeamish. I'm
Not
just like
It just made me shiver a little bit.
Yeah.
So I feel desensitized and stuff like that, but it just upset me because of the way people reacted while
Yeah.
recording him.
Yeah.
Like, this is a human fucking being right here, and you're recording it. Like, we out here decapitating niggas. That's what we do.
I didn't mean to laugh.
that's crazy. Just because because I'm desensitized to that type of stuff too. But
No,
just
but
because you
that's
desensitized
not-
don't mean you
that's not
gotta
for
be just
But
crazy about it.
People like so detached because of that fucking device they have in their hand. That
It's crazy. It's like I was watching what is it? The Dave Chappelle. I don't know if y'all watched the not the last special. Or I think there was a special before for real. No, it was the last special. It's
The one when you
recent.
drop both of them.
Yeah, he dropped both
Yeah.
of them. It was that one, and he was talking about like basically what you was just saying for real. It's like back in the day, like he was talking about when the basically when the space crashed, or like the rocket crashed. And he was like, that was big back then. But he's like, now that's happening every second. Like you can't account for it when it's happening every second because we all are glued in. We can literally go like this now. So it's like you're tuned in. Crazy news is happening every day.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what's
something
happening with
going
the
on.
police brutality thing. Like
Yeah.
that's why I feel like that's what's going on. Like they record, people getting killed by the police so much now that it's like to us, it's just anyway for us it's always been like damn just another nigga.
Right.
But I feel like it's to the point where it's other cultures now like damn it's another nigga because like at first it's not in front of their face. It wasn't in front of their face that much, but now it's to the point that you can see it all the time. It's like nobody care anymore. Like it's just it's ridiculous.
I mean, I just feel like, people when they see something tragic going on, their first thing to do is to see how many likes or whatever they can get off of it. It's backwards. It's like, like...
Yes, and it's like, how fucking brain dead do you have to be? Like,
Right.
You can see someone get an attack, like stabbed in front of you. Even if you don't intervene, the first thing you do is record. And somebody who was recording it said, y'all need to call 911.
Right.
Yeah.
They probably
Does
didn't
your
stop
diet consist of fucking crayons and wax paper? Like, are you that dumb? Like,
It's crazy. It's
It reminds me
really
of
crazy.
did y'all see that video of that girl in Chicago who got shot?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, by the
on
other
cam?
girl, yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, call the police, and she was like,
she was live.
She was live. She got shot live.
She could
and
not
she was
be
telling
fucked.
people to call the police when she could have called the police her damn self.
She could not.
She wanted to be on live.
in the live video.
It's crazy, and it's like, you look at, and it's as simple as the Kanye West crap. Like, he been doing this for years. I didn't pay this not a bit of mine. I'm one of the probably last Kanye West fans out here for right now at this moment.
I feel like
But-
I was banging us out another morning.
Yeah, you feel me? I was just listening to Life of Pablo earlier for real, so I don't have no feeling. But it's like you that's what you worrying about. That's what you're worrying. You're worrying about whether Kanye West thinks that slavery is a choice. Who cares? People are dying, and we worried about like, Kanye West said this, and he gotta make America great again. Who cares? Like a person, not only like it's crazy because like this is what the social media world has really done to us. That we care so much about the perception of somebody else. It's like somebody just died on a basketball court in our city. That's our peace. We played the game. Anybody that's ever played basketball played it for the peace. I'm getting away from this.
Right, right.
Like get away, and somebody dies on it. It's crazy, and everything is just I got a new world star, everything's world star.
Yeah, You just it takes the human element out of people because it's all about what you can do online. And it's just like, I do stuff all the time and nobody really knows about it because I'm not going places to post about what it is that I'm doing. Like, I'm living. That's all I need to know. Yeah. And so that's just...
And that's something that was brought up too when I brought this up to somebody. I would have recorded it. I'm like... I didn't even take pictures when I went on vacation 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And everyone's like, why you never take pictures when you leave and go on vacation? Like, I don't, because I'm experiencing.
Yeah.
rather than
making sure everybody else.
You know, like, yeah, I probably could take a few pictures, but
Mhm.
I'm enjoying myself. My phone is like in the room for the most part. I'm not even with my phone most of the time. So it's like,
I went to North Carolina, just took 2 pictures. I just took 2 simple pictures. And that's it. That's it.
if you Snapchat every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right at the cafe.
Yeah.
See, when it comes to the snap, though.
I don't even know what the snap no more.
I don't
See, but the snap with me though is like I don't have a bunch of people in there that I literally do not know.
Mm-hmm.
So like my snap is my escape. So it's literally my talking to my friends, like, or like I'm really just gradually talking to everybody at one time. For real. So that's my snap for real. All I do is make car music videos.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, that's why I stopped like really being on Snap because everybody snaps is all the same. Like, it's somebody driving a car, you know, singing a song that they playing on
the animated thing on their screen.
Yeah, or just the filters.
Bitmoji guy.
Yeah, the Bitmoji, or they're doing the filters. Everyone's the same.
People who live for just like the internet points. Like, I posted a picture earlier this week that I took down because I'm like, upon further review, that was wildly inappropriate. But the notifications when I came back to it was like, it was just too much going on. I'm like, let me just go ahead and take this photo down and delete it from my phone.
I'm on that swag now too, for real. Like I'll be looking like for example, I was so mad for real. I had like it's funny. She said that I had an experience literally just like last week for real. Funny. My ex, a friend of hers or something for real, contacted me and said some stuff about me. You feel what I'm saying? Just off the fact that you know I was dating somebody and she decided to take a picture. I didn't take the picture. It's not on my page or nothing for real. But she decided to take a pic. We dating. I'm not mad at her for doing that. She got the right to do that. We dating. You know what I mean? So somebody took it. So I said some stuff. I went off or what you call it. Like, man, I leveled up so hard. Anything after me would be a downgrade. And then I get a text from my executive advisor. Move in silence. Take it straight down. I took it straight down. She said, she said, I ain't need no response. You ain't even had to text me back. I already knew. It's
good you got a friend that can tell you that.
Yeah,
a lot of people out here. Yeah, a lot of people out here just
posting.
Really
in my case, I had friends that waited until I took it down. Like, I was gonna say you probably should take that.
Yeah, see,
maybe you should have said something when it was up. I would have appreciated the advice then. Thank you for your. Thank you.
Yeah, see, I'll be watching my posts now because I gotta watch my posts now. I'll be deleting it all for real.
I don't post enough. I feel like I don't be on there like that. Like I need to use it more. I just don't.
But why do people feel like they need to though? Like
for
that's the thing.
Just having that activity.
That,
but other than that,
I'm talking about regular people. I'm talking about people that don't even got businesses.
No, it's addictive though. All right, so. Like a few months ago, I went away from it for like a minute for real. I didn't actually come back till I started dating my ex for real. I really did not come back to it because I was like semi forced into it. But like, so I was chilling out on it, and so I straight was like, cause I woke up one morning like 8:00 in the morning. I turned around and looked up. It was 12 o'clock. And I hadn't done nothing but lay in my bed and be on all, like literally navigating through. I almost Snapchat, then navigate from Snapchat to Instagram, then navigate to Facebook and see what's going on and Messenger and everything.
And it's really all the same people saying the same
things. And then my day is gone. I didn't make not a penny. My phone is dead, so now I got to wait another hour to charge my phone back enough for me to leave out the house. And I said, "Yo, I'm done. I'm off of it for real.
Yeah.
Like, let me just play it off for real."
I
only post when I got a special lady for real now.
I'm trying to think. Was that this season? I think we did say it this season. Like, there's not really been a study of the mental effects that social media has on people, like the mental disabilities that it can cause in people.
Yeah.
You know,
this is why I brought up the light rail thing.
Yeah,
because that ties into it. Like, if it weren't for social media and the advancement of technology related to it, I feel like the response to that would have been way different. It would have been way more of a human response. Like, oh, shit. Like, you know.
Yep.
but that is not the case. Like,
I feel like there needs to be like a
people started making
sociological
memes and
are you serious?
it was people like really literally joking about it on my timeline. I didn't even see the video, so like when people was joking about like a guy jumping in front of a light rail, I was sitting there like, is that a joke? Like,
I still don't know the story.
Is it real?
I saw one article said he was protesting. I saw another article said he was stuck, and I saw another article that said he was just asleep on the track.
So my hypothesis kind of ties into what my cousin said, because he actually saw the video and like related to me. I said I honestly think because of the way he was split in half, he couldn't have like been hit head on. You know, I said he had to have been tripped up by it, like maybe like grazed the side of it, fell, and then got cut in half. And then the way my cousin described it, he's like, yeah, it's like he tripped some kind of way. And it's like, okay, that makes sense, because that's what I thought in the first place. Like, there are only few scenarios with a train involved where you end up getting severed in half like that. One of them including you tripped beside the train and ended up under it. So someone said he was suicidal, but he like screamed at the time when he was cut in half. So normally when you're suicidal, like from what I've seen, people don't typically... They just, you know, accept it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He might not have been prepared for.
Yeah,
it might have been like just a natural thing.
Like you wasn't really prepared for that pain, that excruciating.
Just because you're suicidal don't mean it don't hurt.
People like set themselves on fire and all types of shit, and they're just quiet while it's happening.
That's some psychotic. Like I think that's psychotic. Like for example, like I didn't hear people like literally screaming, hanging themselves. I went to prison, so I've seen that. So I seen that stuff for real, and like. I literally remember like one experience for real where you're like the guy basically his girlfriend. I'm not just want to say names because but his girlfriend killed the guy for real, and he took the fall for it. Caught 70 years. The girlfriend left with a new dude for real. But up in himself, hung himself. He screamed at as he like you feel what I'm saying? It's choking you. Like really, you feel like you never knew it was coming. That's what killed him for real. It was just screaming because you suffocating yourself for real. So. I mean, So I mean, it's just I went with the idea that it was a suicidal. Cause like
that's what I thought. I thought it was I just can't see somebody just
tripping
and falling under the train.
It was by Lexington Market. So,
I mean, when you say it like that.
It's by Lexington Market, and it's still somewhat the beginning of the month, so you can make your assumptions from there.
Yeah, you're right though. That is definitely.
But it's crazy though, because I seen some people the way they was commenting and narrating. It was like like basically saying it doesn't matter. He was a junkie, so.
So he was a junkie too.
Yeah.
Like we don't know nothing about this man.
Nah.
Yeah.
But him being a junkie doesn't devalue his life. Like,
nah.
I mean,
at least that's not our job to
just
do.
because he was by Lexington Market, everybody think he was a junkie.
9 times out of 10, it probably was correct. I'm gonna be honest though. I mean, I understand where you at with that. But maybe it ain't right to judge him, but
that's a strong benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, I don't see too many sober people just walking.
This reminds me
in a situation like that.
So the photo thing was my weird thing of the week. This actually reminded me of my actual weird thing of the week. We'll get to that though. Remind me to get to that.
I feel like I know exactly which photo you're talking about, but
you probably did.
Yeah. And
I was overboard.
Yeah, it's not my place to be like, "What are you doing?" So.
I didn't see the photo. So what was this photo?
I'll show you in a minute.
Oh my God, I'm intrigued now. See, like, what's going on?
But it was way too much, and it was like the haze faded like. Later on that day, and I'm like, when I got the DMs, that's when I'm like, And I like turned to Josh, I'm like, hey, so do you think this is okay? He's like, I think it's a good look. I'm like, stewing in it for a bit, and I'm like, I don't know. And then like 20 DMs later, I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and delete this picture. Like, it's enough. Enough is enough. Like, it was done.
That's literally though. You got 20 DMs. That's Liddy though. That's Liddy. Yeah, I would have turned them all into sales.
Dang, you must have been
promise
naked or something.
I would have turned them all into sales. But look, come on
At least
now.
a subscriber.
Yeah, something for real. I would have turned them into dollars right there.
I don't think I want to send that message. So.
No, I get
No, not in that section. I would have turned it the whole way. Oh, I'm not like that. Don't think that picture is me for real. Like, let me talk to you about what I want to talk to you
They're
about.
not
Yeah.
No.
It's like, yeah, so.
Look, that scare them off for real. If it scare them off, they can be with it for real.
Yeah, true.
But, well, I may as well bring it up now before I forget. So remember 2 things he said that reminded me. The junkie thing, and he said he's not going to mention names. And on episode 1, I name dropped somebody.
Oh, you got some feed, some kickback?
No.
Oh.
But this person...
Oh, it's a continuation of the story. Oh, okay. Part 2.
Oh.
Long story short, last summer around this very same time, it was June, I helped this person out. E-word. I'm just going to say that. It's maybe a trigger's memory. One of the names that I dropped.
I guess one of 2 things I can think
Yeah. So he was on dope. He said that he wasn't. He clearly was, though. So I was moving from one place to another, and I let him stay in my old place while he got himself together. And I had a bottle of codeine and a change jar full of $20 bills and quarters and stuff that went missing. And I'm like, he couldn't have carried that. You're like 84 pounds soaking wet. Then he went missing right after that. And I'm like, he did it. And then he got himself together because he went to jail, came back. Yeah, I'm done. I'm getting it together. Everybody think I'm going to go back and do this and fuck everybody that think I'm going to get back on drugs. And then yesterday my brother called me. He's like, yeah, I just got into a fight with him. I knocked him out. He's strung out again.
It's a hard thing to get off though.
It is.
So it's like a lot of people will say that they want to be done with something, but it's when they hook on something, they hook.
Yeah, and it's like while my brother was like beating him up, he like literally he looked up at my brother. He's like, "Yeah, yo, take me out," and I'm like, "Fuck, like okay."
Yeah,
Okay.
That's deep.
Yeah, it is.
I saw this meme this week, and it was like about like addiction and stuff like that. Like it was this girl. She was trying to argue the fact that she feels that addiction is not a disease, because you know how people say like, "Oh, it's a choice," or you know, it's a disease, or you know.
Incurable disease.
So I want to get people's opinion on that. You think it's just?
I think it starts with a choice, like many diseases, right? So an eating disorder would be considered a disease. That starts with a choice. But it's very hard. Even as like me, I'm on a diet. That shit is hard. Like once you start living to eat, like it's hard. So I would agree that it's a disease, because when you become addicted to something, it's hard to wean yourself off. You're like, okay, well, I did good for this amount of days, so maybe I can do this once and be good. Never. So I would agree that it's a disease.
I think it's a disease too. But it was like this girl, she was just arguing back and forth with somebody saying that, like, you know, being addicted to like I guess something like perks or whatever, it's not a disease because it's a choice. Like you continually choose to keep doing perks or whatever. But like, yeah,
it is dope.
Yeah.
The reality is it's dope. It is opiate.
I think it's a disease, but I don't know.
See, only reason why I feel like it's a choice, it's not totally a choice. I get where you're coming from in terms of being, because once you know your brain is wired to need a certain substance, it's beyond your control. But I also think if you're trying to stop, it's a choice on how much effort you put into it.
Yeah.
For example, your diet, and like you can have a plate of pizza in front of you, and you can have a plate of, I don't know, almonds and nuts and spinach or whatever it is the diet consists of.
Healthy shit.
So many fucking almonds.
That's your choice. And if you feel like, you can't resist the pizza, then you can do whatever you need to do for the alternative. For example, like if somebody's on drugs, they can go to get help, get treatment. They can surround themselves with people that will make sure that they're not going to relapse. But if they try to just go cold turkey and realize it's not working, continuing to try that same strategy is a choice at that point, especially if you know it's failing.
But I mean that's a lot. I think that's a lot more difficult than that. Because I mean, like some of these treatment spots, they're not even glorifying the truth of it. They're literally putting you back on dope to get you off dope.
Yeah.
Like they're putting you on these boxes and stuff. Like, come on out, that's the damn same thing. And people get hooked on
And you
that.
know what? And honestly, I feel like, I agree with that. That's part of the problem. Like these treatment centers, they give you like, what is it? They call it the Bukes.
Yeah, Suboxone, yeah.
While he was locked up, he was taking those, and it got back to. He's like, yeah, I'm clean, and it got back to me from somebody else that had just gotten out that I grew up with. He's like, nah, man, he's in there taking the Bukes. I'm like, what is that? And he like explained it to me, and he like, yeah, he be strung out. So it's like he got home, it did nothing. You were locked up for almost a year, but you were still taking these pills, getting high. So you gotta get high somehow when you get home. So.
They're basically taking you off one thing, getting you hooked on another. Yeah. That's why, I feel like it's a real big corruption in terms of the pharmaceutical industry because they don't help heal, fix anything. It's just, we'll give you this to mask it, we'll give you this to replace whatever it is, but you're going to need to keep taking these, and if you stop taking these, you're going to be worse off than you was when you came to us. There's no real actual healing in a lot of the medical fields now.
Like those, when you watch them commercials for the depression medication,
oh yeah,
and they have all the symptoms and stuff that comes from. You was just sad. Now all of a sudden you gonna have a heart attack, a stroke, everything. Like
and imagine if somebody
you
takes
really
those
got
depression
disease.
medications for so long, and then for some reason they stop or they can't get it anymore. They'll probably be more likely to commit suicide after taking all the medication
There
than
have been
before they did.
cases where people have gone and shot up public places, like after just stopping their med school turkey. So.
Yeah, that's crazy. But back to the dude who got hit by the light rail. Whether he was a junkie or not, I don't know. But I don't think that was any reason to discredit or devalue his life as a person, because it's still a person. That's still a terrible way to die. I wouldn't want to see nobody die like that.
Yeah, because honestly, like in most cases, if you're severed in half like that, contrary to what people believe, you do not die instantly. So,
oh man, no.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
So he
his spinal cord would have to have been severed just such for him to die instantly, but more likely than not, he felt that. He suffered for a bit, and it's really sad.
Somebody I was talking to said his face came off.
Yeah, I heard his head was off.
Nah. Well, from what I seen, it was really just this.
Oh, all right. I was like, so what?
Somebody told me his
I think
head was off.
his head, like, I think his head was scraped up from like the split. Like he.
Oh yeah, he
He
really
did
got
get
dragged.
dragged for a
Yeah.
It's like a whole block or something. It was.
I was like, how your
Yeah.
face come off? Like,
yeah,
That's happened before.
I mean, yeah, you scrape it across the ground for so long, it will peel off.
I saw a video of a woman got in a car accident, like literally it peeled from here down to here, and she was like pulling on it because she thought something was like on her face, but it was her face.
Yeah, nah. That's crazy. I don't even know where to go from there.
like, whoa.
Like, that's deep.
Now it's done.
But so yeah, we just have to take a hard turn, I guess, if that's the case.
So you guys saw the Childish Gambino video. Saw it when they were recording, the tragic incidents. That's how I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Like, so in the video, they were recording people, being shot. In the video, like the kids were all dancing, but they had their cell phones and stuff. So that ties into, the whole thing.
This is America, right?
Yeah, This is America.
That was a good video.
That was a good video.
I literally went on the record. I was on my Instagram to this day, and I literally mean it. We ain't doing no video that don't want to get that creative for real. Like, I literally love it. I love it for real.
Yes.
I don't care how much money you throw at us. We ain't doing it. I'm done with fat booty butts and big cars and fake cars. For real. Like, that'd be the crazy part. Like, I got an artist that called me the other day and asked me could he use my car in this video. I said, you're crazy. You're crazy. You're not using my car. Like everything we trying to do is authenticity. So if you ain't got it, we ain't put no fake money in it. We ain't doing none of that. That's not what we doing for real. Like, we're literally getting creative. We
Like
about
the 90s bad boy video.
Yeah, like deep in it, you feel me? Like, yeah, with the woo. I take a sip. But yeah, like I love that Butch Common video. I loved it. It was
I like the video. The song. I tried to listen to the song, like
By
just the
itself?
song. I ain't really like the song.
I like
that's the point.
Okay.
That's the point. So the song, he has like a lot of current artist ad libs in the song. It's meant to be a shit song.
Yeah.
Because that's the point. Like he's sort of mocking like today's rap.
Artists, yeah. I thought that
and how
might have been the case.
simplistic and stupid it is.
I think he's mocking everything. Honestly, everything that's happening in America. Period. Like the whole, everybody getting shot up and killed. The whole protecting the guns things, and how everybody seems to, keep wanting to, keep guns around instead of like trying to, get rid of them, make laws to get rid of them. But like, I think the whole thing was meant to be a mockery.
Yeah.
So the Kanye joint, I ain't heard it yet, but
it's pretty with T.I.
The little poopy song.
The whoop diddy. Yeah, I think that is too.
Yeah, I feel like that is.
I think that's a song.
No, yeah, that definitely was. I think they said that. Yeah,
I think that was a mockery.
But, anytime you come out and say anything going against popular opinion, you get attacked for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like even down to Jay-Z when he said, "You on the ground putting money to your ear." That's a disconnect.
You don't call that money, man.
People went like what? Tommy
started doing
it. Stupid ass loving hip hop. Fuck Jay-Z. I don't hear what you saying.
She broke though. We don't call that money over here. He was talking about it.
You proved his point.
Yeah, thank you. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z was like, thank you.
Jay-Z is physically incapable of doing that. If he was to take all the money he had, it would not, like,
no.
He physically couldn't do it.
Blue probably doing that. He probably had, I would have took a picture of Blue doing it for real. Like, come on now. Tommy, come on now.
Yeah, that's...
You fighting over scrap. Come on now.
Her and a few other irrelevant.
I think Boosie did it too. Boosie and Future, they all did it.
Yeah.
But
people whose money can't even sniff Jay-Z's money.
But theirs was more of a respect thing for real. Like Jay-Z, we still doing it like type thing. Like I saw Glizzy did it. Yeah, Glizzy was like, you feel what I'm saying? Home, I still love it for real. He did it with like the money all the way down here for real. Yeah.
I think when Boosie did it was more like, this is just our culture, this is what we do.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a disrespect thing, but I'm just like, he did it in response to Jay-Z's thing, so I was just like,
I mean, Jay-Z always going to just say what he want to say for real. Def Auto-Tune told us that for real.
Yeah. And then didn't he start using some auto-tune?
Yeah, he played with it. I think everybody going to play with it. I think it's just, it's a tool that's out there.
Yeah, true.
Future is never gonna let it go.
But yeah, I think I agree because I know going back to Childish Gambino, I've heard his other songs and I know he can rap. And that's why I was like, this is probably he did this on purpose.
You ever heard his Rosenberg freestyle?
No.
Yeah, check it out. He did it to I've been grinding my whole life. Oh my God, he killed it. Like really went in. Like
if you ask me, I would say Childish Gambino is like this or the second coming of like a Jamie Foxx. In terms of his multi-talent. In terms of him being able to, to do, because he does stand-up, he does acting, he does music, he does everything that Jamie Foxx did.
He writes. So
I think I would give him that, and maybe Will Smith is in there somewhere. I don't know. Not as.
I think he is actually more on the Will Smith side. Not because he's not a big time actor. At the moment though, he got something about to drop. He's in Star Wars. He in Solo. Yup, he in Solo for real.
And Atlanta is pretty big.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. That's big. So I mean,
but now we can bring up the fact that people are trying to devalue.
Oh yeah.
What he's.
They trying to kick him out the black delegation.
Because for two reasons actually. So this one is discussed as so. There's because he has his wife is white
and she is gorgeous. I've been on her. No disrespect to Childish Gambino. Childish don't come after me for real. I don't want no smoke for real. You ain't got to pull up about me like that with the gun for real. Shoot me in the back of my head. But I've been on her since Blind Spot. Like I've been on her since Blind Spot. I mean, she is gorgeous.
So there's that, and they also took a photo of him doing stand up saying that. If a white woman call him, he really wants a white woman to call him a nigger during sex. Like, that's his kink, basically.
I think I saw that stand-up.
I think I saw that stand-up.
It was on Netflix.
I think I did, too. That, like, it wasn't like Donald, when he gets one of the Donald Glovers.
Yeah.
For real, yeah. I think
I also saw it. I'm like, you took a joke from a stand-up special.
You can never
and took it serious.
You can't never
and
take
said,
serious.
He's fucking Uncle Tom anyway. Like,
that's Uncle Tom.
It's like one of the people that'll go to a comedy show, get offended, and leave.
That's what somebody said, corn ass Uncle Tom.
See, and I never really get into, like, I'm the type, I swear, when I go down my timeline, I really don't care who it is, for real. I will really comment. If I feel the need to comment, I'm commenting, for real. So I commented on that, for real. Like, that was, like, one I commented this week on. And like I'm sitting there talking to these dudes, and these dudes like, nah, being pro-black is all black. I mean, you all black, and you in which come. I literally like I told y'all earlier, I screenshot the definition from the Urban Dictionary of pro-black, and it literally says the advancement and of this advancement of black men literally contributing to it. And so it's crazy because I shut them up for it. They didn't want to respond when I said this. I said, you're not going to tell me my company is literally trying to change the entire dynamic of the black businesses and like getting us this real black business. You're not going to tell me if I turn around and say, I want to stick my dick in a white woman, excuse my language for real, and I'm not pro-black.
Right.
You're crazy. I'm from the hood. I pulled up, you feel what I'm saying? I had a 99-cent 7-Eleven juice for real and a Black and Mild for real. Like, I'm straight from the hood. You're not gonna tell me I'm not pro-black because of that. Because growing up as a kid, my actual dream was always to be like my father for real, in a sense for real. Because my father did exactly what I always wanted to do. He found a white woman for real that had a father that don't like black men, put a baby in her for real. And I always wanted to follow that stuff for real. My little brother is a half white and. I don't even know his grandfather for real. That's how bad it is.
Crazy.
So I always wanted that for real. Like, yeah.
That's like the ultimate giving it to the white man.
Yeah, like give it to him. Come and stick my foot up. Yeah.
I can't see how they calling him Uncle Tom versus they defending Kanye West right now, and
I feel like the same ones calling him Uncle Tom is probably the same ones that was going to at Kanye West.
Yeah, I feel like it is too.
I think people always mix up being pro-black with black extremism.
Thank you.
Like being pro-black does not mean anti-everything else or anti-white specifically for that matter. It just means your primary goal.
That shit is getting out of hand by
right.
The
primary goal is
just the Hotep
right.
Oh
my God, Hotep. They like these. The primary goal is like the betterment and the advancement of the black economic structure.
Ooh, yeah.
That's all pro-black is just making a better life for the black community as a whole. What you do in your personal life, as long as it's not, diminishing or devaluing black culture as a whole, then it doesn't matter.
Right.
So I mean, that's just people just don't know the definition. Like I was on a Facebook thread earlier this week, and one dude was like, "I'm not pro-black because I support all races or whatever." And we were trying to tell him, like, just because you support other races does not make it.
That brings me back to that point that I made earlier. Like, it's always the majority of people that speak out on it have no idea what the movement is really about, and they skew and ruin and tarnish
everybody else.
Yeah, that's like when Black Lives Matter. Like when people like really pushing Black Lives Matter. You had people that were tarnishing that so much that they were white people going like, "White lives matter too." Or like white lives, like all lives matter. Like
a protest to a protest?
We didn't say
because yeah. So you had the people who were saying all lives matter specifically because they just did not get it. But then you had people saying all lives matter because there are people that have attacked them with Black Lives Matter that believe that Black Lives Matter, fuck white people and everyone else, basically.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Now, see, and my response to that is people who would try to say that the entire Black Lives Matter movement is corrupt because a few people, ventured off and started doing some extra stuff is just as offended or is just as bad as when we say all white people are racist because there are some racist white people. So it's like you can't take what some people in a small number of people in a group and try to define a whole movement, because if that's the case, nobody gets anywhere, because we'd still be saying all white people are racist and all white people are slave owners and whatever else. So it's like that's a stupid.
It's just the mentality of thinking it's either or. Like everybody always think you gotta be either this or that, instead of you can be both. Like, like I remember when we had this debate a while ago about remember when Paris had got they had that terrorist bomb, or whatever, and then people was changing their profile picture to the flag or whatever.
I didn't do that.
And then people got upset over the fact that people was changing their profile pic to the flag because it was something else that happened that week, and it was taking attention off of whatever else happened that week. But it was just like, to me, it was just like, why can't we just talk about both things? What's the problem?
You know what the problem is? I swear, I'm still trying to conquer this. Nobody has enough personal security with themselves.
True.
So people so worried about what somebody else doing. I'm so worried about if you're literally if everybody was worried about, all right, this way I'm going, this way I want to go, this way I got to do to get there, this what might happen, that I need to which come. You worried about that? You ain't gonna have time to worry about girl Susie and blah 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 back together or blah blah blah. Which karma going through it's like or which karma said this. You ain't gonna have no time to worry about that.
Not even that. I just feel like everybody wants to feel like they have the correct moral compass.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's like you did this, I did this, and I feel like I'm right, so that means you're wrong. If that makes sense. So like other people that change, like I didn't change my flag to the Paris thing, not because I didn't care, but it's just like.
That ain't my
battle.
I
know what it was. It was that week that was going. It was something.
The Orlando thing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
okay.
something
I didn't
else
change
that
my flag for that
happened
either.
in America, and then people was just like, "Why everybody changing pictures for Paris when we need to be worried about what's happening here?" And my whole thing was, it's the world is chaotic. Period. So what's the problem with changing your profile picture to the flag?
I only didn't do it because I feel like it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I got colors on my picture now. Like
I was showing my solidarity with the people over there.
I mean,
just like I changed the flag for the
I just
the black. What was it? The green,
I'm not
black,
knocking
and
it.
red.
I changed my banner when the Lakers make the playoffs, but
I remember when Facebook tried to sell me. You know how sometimes Facebook would be like, add this effect to your picture. They tried to sell me the "I stand for the national anthem" on mine. I swiped that away so fast. I'm not putting that on my picture. What's wrong with y'all? This was like when the Colin Kaepernick thing was going on. I got rid of that so fast. I even screenshot
one. They trying to make money off of
tripping.
it too. Damn, like and they trying to make money off of it.
You know people pay for it too.
Right.
Like,
Oh, people had to pay for that?
Did you just say that they tried to charge you something?
No, they tried to like not sell it to me, but like put it on there, like add this to your picture.
Oh, okay.
Like they was trying to just tell me to do it.
Oh,
even if it was a paid filter, people would have paid just to start that argument.
That, like when the whole what happens? People was burning the what the NFL team was it? The Steelers? They was burning the Steelers stuff. What happened with?
Oh yeah, because they didn't come out or something like that. Something happened to somebody. Either somebody in the Steelers didn't come out, or a bunch of them didn't come out.
Yeah,
the whole team didn't come out because it was the one guy who was in the who used to be in the army. I think it was Villanueva or something like that.
And they started burning a little.
They started burning a lot of people.
Merchandise.
Yeah,
and I was just
one
like,
player that came out by himself because the team didn't come out.
Yeah.
One guy that came out used to serve, so he came out. But yeah, it was a lot of people mad about that.
People are fucking.
oh, y'all burning that stuff that y'all bought.
This is wild.
Like y'all bought that shit.
Crazy. It's just like people crazy. People, yo, it's really we live in a world where people are so worried about what everybody else doing.
Yeah.
Like literally, people are making millions of dollars worried about what other people are doing.
And that's like I just had this conversation with my mother. Just like, listen, I don't care what your religion is. Why do you care what mine is? Lyft driver on Friday. Why are you so pressed about my political standing? Like the entire ride, he's just like,
that you stay away from those religion, politics, and sports.
Let me tell you about Trump. What it was, he assumed that because I was black, like I automatically hated Trump, so he wanted to sell Trump to me the whole ride.
Whoa!
I was like, "Sorry, can you please pull over?"
I'd have got
yeah, it was an older white man, and he wanted to.
I'd have got a free ride.
He really wanted to sell Trump to me. He's just like, he even said to me, he's like, "Well, let me ask you something. What news outlet do you watch?" I said, "I don't watch the news." He said, "Yeah, well, because a lot of sad stuff happens." He's like, well, where do you get your news from?" I said, "Well, I don't pursue the news. If I see it on Reddit, I might click it and read about it, but I don't actively pursue the news." He's like, "Well, I'll tell you now. Whatever news, where you're getting your news from, if it's not Fox then you're brainwashed." And
but how is it not?
But
Fox?
he's brainwashed.
And then Fox doesn't even like which color.
He's brainwashed because he sounded like he just only to watch Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like,
this man was worshiping Trump, and I'm like, okay, good. I don't.
You're driving
care.
for Uber. Your taxes is gonna be crazy and shit.
I don't care either way, and that's the thing. He's like, well, did you notice that on your Trump, you got a little raise this year? I'm like,
you got a little raise this year. They get raises every year. Minimum wage goes up every year.
I say I might.
That's racist. Oh, now you should have said something about that. Because you try to say I get minimum wage. That's what you try to say.
It's not about minimum wage. It's like some people, like, depending on your exemptions, saw a small bump. It was $2 fucking.
But I'm saying it's real small to the point you don't even know how much it is. It's so small.
I'm like, I said, yeah, I noticed, but it makes no difference. I'm still gonna owe taxes next year. Like, he's just like, oh, well, you should thank Trump for that, though. It's $2, but it goes a long way. And I'm like,
no, it doesn't.
Where does it go?
No, it doesn't.
To my game leaf?
It's gonna go to my vision insurance. What are you talking about? Like,
Crazy.
I'm gonna spend it on something.
It already gets deducted.
Oh, soda? Like, I don't understand.
Come on, what are we gonna get a bag of chips in Arizona?
Right,
Come
like,
on.
what am I? It's gonna go towards my Chipotle burrito. Like, I don't know what you want me to say.
Right.
Like,
He is crazy, man. It's crazy.
How long was that ride?
Look,
it was 24 minutes of that.
Dave Chappelle talked about that too, for real.
Really quick though, he also said, and this was interesting, he also said, I believe, I believe, as taxpayers, we're spending too much money on these heathens in prison. I believe that if you go back to jail over and over and over, your third or fourth time, you should be executed. And I'm like,
whoa.
or you should be forced to do manual labor. And I'm like, those are both inhumane things. They should bring back the death
already are forced to do manual labor.
Right.
He's like, they should be forced to fix the potholes, fix the streets in the city.
That's what you do. So, I don't know what's up with him.
He said they should be forced to fix the streets.
Yeah, I hope I get him. I hope I get him.
And that's like this right. He said that women who have more than 4 kids and are under 24 should be forced to have their tubes tied.
He sound like he watched Fox.
What the fuck? Kinda, and it's like, I was so, I couldn't even be offended at all. It's hard to offend me to begin with. But I was so like, just, this is a person that exists.
And the crazy thing is, it's more people that think like him.
Yeah.
He's not the only person.
That's the scariest part.
Yeah.
How many of those are?
I wanted to record it because I'm like, nobody is going to believe that this person exists when I tell them about it. That's the third weird thing that happened to me this week, now that I think about it. I started off saying that nothing weird happened, and here we are on thing number 3.
You just have to dig deeper.
Yeah.
Nah, it'd be like that, like just the weird stuff you start thinking and it's just a conversation for real.
But it probably be so much you probably got to filter what's weird and what's not.
Yeah.
But you probably got a different threshold of weird.
All I can think about was that photo. Like, everything else is fucked up. But like, yeah, just like, what?
What else was? Oh no, go ahead. I'll bring it back in a second. You was about to say something.
I forgot now.
Oh, all right.
Oh, okay.
This what him was
We
drinking.
was originally talking about Childish Gambino and his, them trying to take his black card away from him or whatever because he got a white wife, which I think is crazy.
Oh, have y'all seen the
rebuttal
little?
was
Have y'all seen the debate on Facebook of people talking about the nerds?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, like the whole, because he was like considered weird or like a black nerd or whatever. The reason why he dated her, the white woman, is because those black women don't date men like him or
That's
whatever.
speculation. I mean, I will agree that is a thing. It's not a thing for me, but it's a thing for some women, some black women. But it's not to speculate that. It's just like, no.
I think there's a stigma, but it's not necessarily something that happens in people's adult life. It's usually something they experience growing up, and it just sticks with them. Like going through school, if you was the weird nerd kid that came to school with your animes and your 17 belts on your pants, nobody was talking to you except for other people. Well, yeah, except other people that had on their own 17 belts.
Yeah.
Or if you went into a multicultural school, the white kids.
Yeah.
But we didn't, it was like 3 white people in Milford, so that wasn't what happened.
Hey, y'all know who I remember? Hold on, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you know who I remember that was like that I was cool with? He's still cool. He still likes my pictures to this day. Ephraim. Y'all remember Ephraim?
I remember the name. I can't put the face to it.
Ephraim, like to this day, he got like an Otakon style like Facebook picture and all right now to this day.
But as an adult,
I have a lot of friends like that because of the line of work I'm in, so that's unavoidable.
My brother is in that real bad.
Yeah, so it's not even anything that's weird to me anymore. But I watched a lot of anime and just didn't say anything about it in high school.
That's what I'm saying.
Because people like they like, you watch anime? What the fuck?
And that was crazy when I kind of started noticing on social media a lot of people was talking about like anime shows and stuff. And I'm like, I went to school with y'all. I've never heard y'all mention any of these titles.
Didn't say it.
In
People thought you. People just thought
exactly,
you were weird.
because they knew if they was to start trying to talk about that stuff in school, they would get no girls.
Yeah.
And it's now and that we older on Facebook, everybody's more secure with themselves, so it's like whatever.
Yeah.
But that's why I say I feel like that mindset starts, or that whole experience starts when you're younger. Because when you're younger and you actually are true to yourself that way, you're not going to be the cool person. Everybody's not going to come talk to you. You're not going to get the girls, and you're going to have to have your own experiences. And that so happens to be this white girl over here like me, and I like all my stuff, and she knows I like it, and she still like me. And all the other black people that I see on a daily basis make fun of me because of it. I'm gonna stick with the white girl.
You know, it's crazy, right? I'm dating the girl I was just talking about. I'm dating for real, right? Yeah, you actually know her for real. But it's crazy. We went out for real, like to go see Avengers. Mind you, at the strength, I've just her background personality. I never expected her to be like, all right, I'll go with you to go see Avengers for real.
It was your idea to go?
It's my idea because I hadn't seen it yet for real. So I was like, we should just go to the movies.
Speaking of which, you went and saw that over the weekend, did you? Or did you not go?
Did you see it?
You didn't go.
Did you see it?
Oh, you ain't do your job this week. Like you ain't do this job this week.
This happened last episode. She was supposed to go watch it last week.
Yeah.
So we talked about it this week.
Come on.
Yeah, I had stuff that's been tight because of this launch.
I'm a little plugged in for real. I can get you a movie ticket if you need to. You need to go see that for real.
I just haven't had the time. I should have time this week, but stuff I just been really. I don't know.
By the end of this week, it should be on
matinee. We're grabbing matinee for real. Yeah, about to get a DVD.
I know Black Panther's on one demand now. You didn't watch that yet.
But
I started watching.
You haven't seen Black Panther?
No,
She did not.
Yeah,
we gave her all of that last week.
But yeah, it was crazy, right? Because I go see it with her for real. Mind you, y'all know I get stoned out of my mind for real. So like, we went to an 11:10 movie for real, which was the worst idea.
Yeah.
No, matter of fact, scratch that. We went to an 11:50 movie. That was the worst idea you could literally give me ever in my life.
They like 2.5 hours long. You wasn't getting out of that till.
You was asleep, wasn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell asleep in the middle, so some parts I missed. I missed the good part. I made the good parts,
I
but I
like to
missed.
watch the movies during the day.
But yeah, I come out the movie for real, like with the girl I'm dating for real, like we get to talking for real. I'm like, she like really giving it to me, like I can't believe they don't did that. I'm like, oh, this lit for real, like really was litty for real. That's how we actually started vibing a little bit more heavy for real, because it was like.
That's how I feel with my boyfriend. Like after I left the movie, I was just like, yo, da 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 da, and he just sitting there like.
No,
he don't know nothing that's going on. Like
hey,
he just
tell
like,
got the littiest boyfriend in the world.
He was like, he was like, I just like the action. That's when I was just like, but you don't know what's going on. And I was just like,
so he not in the Marvel?
No, he not. And so for me, I'm sitting here just like blah 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 blah, and he just sitting there like, oh, okay.
That's litty.
Right. Thanos is giving hands.
He was just like, oh, that was Captain America. I didn't even know his suit wasn't the color it was supposed to be. And
I feel like things are a lot different.
That's the hip hop king for real. Like that. My boyfriend a hip hop king, and I love him to death for real. I really can't wait to work with him again for real. But yeah, it's litty. But yeah, I'll tell you for real. It's not no big secret who I'm dating. It's all on my Facebook for real. KK for real.
Who?
KK. She modeled for you before. You got just go check it out, Chris. You're
I think I know
you're
something. For Fashion Week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's what's up.
yeah, you know.
I'll try to see it this week.
But it was literally for her to be really into it, like really know about the Guardians of the Galaxy. And I'm like, yo, that's lady.
I had to go online to have my talk because Carl just wasn't giving it back. So it was just like, damn, let me go find somebody on Facebook.
Like, she was, man, I be like crying, man. Like she crying, like. But I warned her. I warned her at the end for real because I was like. Because I was like, I've read it. I read about the one that's about to come out next year. The one that's coming out.
Oh yeah, me too. See,
yeah, so I already knew that they trying to get ready for this new wave to come in for real. So yeah, I was a little prepared.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it because I ain't read. I tried not to spoil it for myself, so I was just like, I'm gonna just watch it, see what happens. And I knew it was gonna be a 2-part movie, but I didn't know it was gonna be like that type of a 2-part movie. I thought it was gonna be like I'm back, niggas, what's up?
Yeah.
But you know. But
you gotta see it.
it.
Yeah, so let's turn back over. You guys see it. We over here trying to dance around the top.
I'm trying not to be too direct with spoilers.
We trying to dance around the top.
I want to go in.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I cried.
This is the shit I deal with at work every day. So it's like, Philly, have you seen Avengers yet? Like, no.
It's a great film.
Real good movie.
Great film though. Great film for real.
Did it beat Black Panther?
I don't think it beat it.
I don't think it did.
No. Black Panther just had way too much.
Black Panther had the best of both worlds. They had the Marvel fans, and then they had just black people. That just like, this is an all black movie.
This is another Obama moment. We had another Obama moment.
That's exactly what happened.
And then you have to factor in the fact that a lot of movies don't have that rewatchability that you go to the movies and see it again. And a lot of people that went and saw it went to see it 2 and 3 times.
Yeah.
It was rewatchable.
It is rewatchable.
Yeah, man.
Avengers is rewatchable too. I'm just not about to go pay to watch it again.
I feel like it's a rewatchable, but I feel like you gonna want to watch the other ones. That's what made me want to leave and be like, oh, let me go like watch the last movie.
You're literally watching like 30 movies. That's the smartest franchise. Mm-hmm. That's just a great franchise. Cause you literally gotta watch 30 movies.
Just to understand that one.
Because of the cinematic universe, which DC is trying and failing.
DC is just failing.
DC.
I'm sorry, DC, and y'all just failing for it.
Fucking Justice League.
They missing it because you gotta think about it.
I cannot get over how
too many
horrible
super
that
really
was.
creatures for real. Like they really just got people like extraordinary. You know what I mean? Like people for real. Like they don't really have a bunch of like Marvel. Like God Thor, he's a god. Like he's a god.
They do. Like DC does. It's just the
they do.
They cinematic universe. Like they animated movies be cool.
Yeah,
but they
that's what I said. If the animated movies be good, but it's just like the writers that they got on their team really suck. They can't write the movies.
They can't.
Yeah, like they do.
Like
Daredevil,
losing Christian Bale was horrible.
Yeah,
losing Christian Bale. Like,
not even just losing him, but replacing him with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then you lose Henry. I think it's Crazel. I can't pronounce his name. The one that did the original Superman.
Oh yeah.
Still, I liked him. I really liked him. Yeah. So.
They had like a million Superman.
But some of them people like they play them roles for so long, they start to get old and they don't fit the actual character no more. Like for example, I'm glad that I like the way Hugh Jackman went out with Wolverine. Because he played Wolverine for like what 15
you
20
talk
years?
About Logan?
Yeah, and then he ended with
I ain't even say it, yo.
I ain't saying that either though. That's what I'm saying.
Y'all are hurt.
But I heard it was really, really good.
It was real good.
Yeah,
but
see,
the way
I was coming home when that was coming out. So like movies that kind of came like as soon as I was coming home, it was like I missed those.
Right,
I didn't see it because of Carl, yo. Because he's not into that shit. Like I went to like
that's on TV.
I wanted to go to the movies. I was just like, let's go see Logan, and he's just like, oh, and we wind up going to go see some other fucking movie. But I was just like, yo, I really want to go see Logan. And it turns out the movie just gone out the theater. I'm like, damn, y'all ain't even go see it. Like
you might as well just watch your TV now because it's on TV on demand.
Right.
But yeah, that one was good. I like the way he went out because he played the role of Wolverine for so long, and then they had an old man Logan version, and he just jumped straight to the old version of Logan, and then that's it. He's not doing Wolverine no more. Yeah. At least I don't think. I think that was supposed to be his last one.
Yeah, no, they about to usher in a new class.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have that girl do it. They about to have a girl version, which I'm not too crazy about.
Now they got a lot of stuff coming on. They got this I think it's called Silver and something for real. It's an old Marvel joint for real. It's an old Marvel. The two women for real. Like they got some stuff coming out. They got a lot of women stuff coming out. It's really a lot. Like Iron Man about to be a woman now.
For real?
Yeah.
You don't have to gender bend everything.
Yeah, they test.
Well, like the comics, they done.
I was Iron Man about to be a. That kind of bothers me.
But it seemed like every major.
It's gonna be a black female too for a black female.
It seemed like every major superhero does have a woman character.
Yeah, like Captain America,
they all got their
Batman.
woman counterpart or whatever.
I don't know. It's just the name itself
Hulk.
just kind of
She-Hulk.
It almost I know She-Hulk has always been a thing, but it just kind of resonates with me the same way of them saying, "Oh, now we're about to start letting girls be Boy Scouts." It's just like
I don't know about that.
They said they changed the name too.
It make me nervous just because.
But it's Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts. I don't understand.
They trying to make it
one. This is
they trying to make it so girls can now be with Boy Scouts, but they haven't done it the other way where boys can become Girl Scouts. As far as I know.
I guess I had to wait and see. I had my heart broken by Ghostbusters.
All right, so no offense to nobody. So this has this
it.
literally reeks of something to do with LGBTQ.
Oh yeah,
privilege.
I think that's.
You think that's why they doing the woman thing?
The women, women that think they think they guys, they can run with the guys.
They can have the same.
So I mean, and because I don't have no problem with the LGBTQ community for real.
No.
I guess the LGBTQP community thinks.
What's the
P?
Well,
I give up. I give up.
What's the P?
I'm not even gonna get started.
Pansexual.
So pansexual is what Monet went online saying she was for real.
So she made a whole category by herself.
It's pansexual. It just means that it's supposed to just mean that she doesn't look at her relationships in any type of man and woman. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't look at.
Yeah, because isn't like if you're pansexual, you can.
I thought
anything, right?
You can be attracted to
and
anything.
It's like it's any person, anything.
It don't even have to be a person.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well,
y'all just made me think about this thing I saw on YouTube. Like, it was this guy who had a relationship with his car. And it was just like...
I saw that at My Strange Addiction.
Yeah, My Strange
Addiction. Chick that had a relationship with an amusement park ride.
Yeah.
That made me itch. It made me itch so bad because she's like under it, like kissing it.
Yeah, and that's what he was doing. He was under the car, kissing the car. And I'm just like, this is how we have sex. And I'm like... This
is what she said. And I cannot unhear this because I think about it every now and then. But she said... I like the wideness of his being.
Yeah.
I like the narrowness of his jibs. I'm like, what the fuck is a jib? That bothered me so much. And I'm just like,
this is how we make love. I just rub him like this. Talking about his car was a him, and he was just like, I just rub him like this.
I mean, I get putting a gender on your car because I consider my car she.
But
yeah, I call my car a she too.
Yeah,
fucking it is.
No, I'm not doing all that. No, like
the woman.
I'm going to F in it, but I ain't going to F.
The woman literally said, she's like, every time we make love, I just tell him I want your fluids.
She's talking about a car?
She's talking about
amusement park ride.
Oh,
I'm like watching this and I'm just like, what is my fucking life right now? I'm watching this at work.
You always find the weirdest things to watch at work because you be trying to just pass time. You be like, let me just click this, see what this is.
That'll get you though. You be 4 hours in.
Yeah.
They be over.
You be like, this is such a terrible show, but I ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
I made it.
That was Saturdays. That's most of the day. Just like, nothing is happening. And I'll have like on one side of the screen stuff. It looks like I'm doing something, but really I'm looking over here. This weird shit. Just like.
That's wild. But
have they officially added the P? Like,
I don't think so. I might.
Are they gonna add the other 50?
But no.
Please don't.
Now, if on the business side, if I had that P, if I had that P, I need to get some padding for that for real, because I just said LGBTQ. So I know it was LGBTQ, but I added the P for real. So I want
Nah.
So next they're gonna say LGBT and then just do the alphabet. So, there are 50 genders.
Oh,
no, there aren't.
I mean, I don't have any, like you said, I don't have no issues with anybody and how they choose to live their lifestyle, but I can't keep up, and I'm not about to keep going out my way to try to.
See, like, it's just too much.
Yeah, like
it's the younger generation. Everybody wants to feel special.
Yeah.
My thing is,
they extra with that. They was actually when they said Elsa should be gay from Frozen.
What
the fuck?
That was when that.
First of all, when you start talking about cartoon characters, like
why does it have to be children's minds?
Like why do they have to be gay? Why does it have to be about that?
I don't completely disagree. I disagree with the whole Elsa thing. Shut the fuck up. Leave it alone.
I never seen
Frozen.
But
there are people like I know that there are some cartoons where they introduce same-sex couples within the cartoon. I don't disagree with that.
No, I don't disagree with that. But I'm saying making a main character gay, like a cartoon character, like that's saying like SpongeBob is gay, which kind of makes me think that he kind of is a little bit. But
even if he was, it was not blatant.
But yeah, it's not blatant. Like to blatantly say that
he was gay.
Well, yeah, but it's not blatant. We just assumed he was gay.
What is that?
Right?
From the Teletubbies.
The purple one, right?
Carried the purse.
Why do we assume that, though? I never...
He carried a purse.
Yeah, he
Oh.
Yeah,
Uzi carries a purse.
A large
did. A red purse.
Hey, Uzi first. It was in the ranks, too.
Yeah,
It wasn't
He on the
blatant,
first review.
We wasn't just watching the show and in the title it's saying that they gay. Like it wasn't like that. You give the people out the choice to basically make them that way or whatever. But like I don't think that it's necessary just to be like, oh, Elsa's gay. Like I don't think that's
it's not that it's a necessity.
They was trying to say that about Thor, the Thor movie, because they said the I forgot her name, but the girl. Did you see Thor? No, you didn't see Thor. You saw Thor, right?
The last Thor?
The last Thor.
I didn't see the last Thor.
The girl, the Viking girl, I mean not the Viking girl, the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
They said in the comics she was supposed to be gay, and the movie didn't make her gay enough, so
And
people was upset.
people.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
They said like the worst thing I swear to God, the worst thing I heard was the people from the girl from Black Panther.
mm-hmm.
She like that was they was
Which
like
girl?
yeah. The one that was bald head. The one that was
Michonne.
Michonne, yeah. They
I was
said
getting her
that
mixed up with
they get that
Lupita
was the
for
perfect
some reason.
opportunity for them to represent the LGBTQ community. And
Why?
and they
She was
missed it.
married.
But
She was married to a guy.
That's what I'm saying. So
she
but
was
I'm like,
married.
but
Because she's
why?
bald.
That's what I'm saying. Because she's
So because she
bald,
bald,
and
she gotta be
beautiful?
gay?
That makes no
That's
sense.
it.
Like,
That's
come
literally
on
it.
now, because it was a
That makes
a
sense.
So
wo-
this
a
is
group
coming
of
from
women with
people that
bald
want
head.
inclusion and don't want to be generalized, but you just generalize this woman because she's bald. She chooses to not have hair.
If they wanted her to be gay, then they didn't watch the movie. She had a husband.
Right, she had a
It
whole
doesn't even make
husband.
sense. Like, I don't get it.
Like that was
But
crazy.
I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with inclusion. And when it comes to children, I don't think it's anything wrong with showing them these things besides trying to like they're gonna encounter this stuff anyway.
So I never really
think
I really
children
never had a
should be-
problem with any of the representation of it until I felt like it invaded sports.
How so? You talking about the basketball, the football?
It's
player?
just like this. This is my thing was, when you go to your job, I don't tell my job what my sexual orientation is.
Right.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
like with that whole you gotta come out before you come to the league stuff. Like why are you doing that? You don't have to do that. That's not your that's your job. You go there. You're in the locker room with people. Yes, you are in the locker room with men and they're naked. But you do your job. You go home. If you do that on home, you do that at home.
Right,
I don't need to know. That should not be around sports.
Yeah.
That should not be our topic of conversation. We want to see you dunk on somebody.
right.
Put your-
That
put
should be
your
at his
nuts on
own
somebody.
discretion, whoever that
They'll
is, at
probably
their
like
own
it.
discretion.
Put your nuts on somebody.
They're probably trying to run in front of everybody that's going
You
up
feel
for a
what I'm
dunk.
saying? Like, yeah,
It
so.
should be their choice not to be forced to do it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all that coming
Yeah,
out
that
stuff
is
was
true.
just, it just was like, why? Why are you coming out? Play football. And
I think
and
because
move
they was
on.
trying to make them a news sensation of the first
Is
gay,
everybody looking for a dollar?
Oh, yeah,
Is everybody looking for a
openly
dollar
gay
story?
professional
Look at
athlete,
him.
and they was hoping
Well-
that I forgot his name. He was a basketball player, but he didn't make
Jason
it.
Collins.
Jason Collins. They was hoping he was going to be nice, so they could be like,
He was the first one.
Yeah.
It's just like,
He
now
flopped.
look at him.
Yeah, it's kind of like when it comes to it's like a badge of honor. Like for black people, like you want to be the first black person to do this, or you want to be a black person succeeding in this way. So for the LGBT community, they look at it the same way. Hey, somebody from our community is doing this, just like somebody from the black community is doing this. Let's raise them up. I think it's the same thing, honestly.
I guess.
So.
I don't know. I will always say that someone's ethnicity or their race supersedes their sexuality.
I think so.
Because
too.
regardless of whether you straight, gay, bisexual, whatever, at the end of the day, you still a black man. You're still a black woman. So
you still can
you're-
physically see
Right.
the oppression,
Right.
but
So
as far
to
as,
try to fragment it further into who you sleep with, it further divides the black community as a whole, in my opinion. Now, I mean, I know
I don't know about that.
I think it does. I mean, I know that the black community in itself sometimes can be a little iffy in terms of people and respecting their sexuality, but I think to try to pit them against each other does more harm than good. If that makes sense.
I don't think it's necessarily pitting against anyone. Like, you are proud of being black, but you're also proud of being gay. This is who you are. Like, I don't think anybody should have to filter who they are just to please anyone, because that's really what that is. Like, at the end of the day, it is a fact that people in the black community look down on black men who choose to be gay.
Yeah.
Period. So if anybody's fragmenting it, it's the naysayers who are always worried about what somebody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let them do them. You do you. Don't worry about what they're doing.
That's why I said, yeah, I get back to personal security. If you're worried about what you're doing, you ain't going to have time to.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you just...
Like I said, I don't care who anybody does in a personal time in a bedroom. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Man, I can't.
I only draw the line where it's just like, I can't keep up. And it's just like, I'm not.
old now.
Yeah, and it's just like, my thing isn't more so with people being gay that confuses me. It's the when you get to the T, the transsexual thing, because it's just like they're like, call me a guy. I'm like, I identify as a guy.
I feel like I'm gonna be the one that end up having to take this shot at the end.
Huh?
I'm gonna have to take this shot at the end. I can see that now.
You gonna knock us over?
No, that's the devil's
advocate.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. But like, my thing is, I don't think any less of somebody because they identify as whatever they identify as. Yeah. But if you're a guy, you're a guy. If you're a woman, you're a woman.
Okay.
If you say, call me a woman, and I can clearly tell you're not a woman, I'm not gonna be like, oh, her, or she. I'm like, yo, I don't like the idea that, especially, and this is more so on the transsexual women's side, that they try to make themselves seem better than natural born women. I've seen it, and I'm just like, I don't like it.
There are women who have said that about trans men as well, but it all comes down to how you feel in your bubble. Like, So I
just couldn't.
I honestly, like, how I feel about it is, I feel that you shouldn't have to force anyone to respect your pronouns. If someone slips up and calls you by your birth gender, then it shouldn't be so offensive, right?
And that's basically what I'm saying.
But at the same time, if you it's people that go out of their way to disrespect that person's wishes.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm not calling you a fucking female, bitch. You was born a male. Okay, well, I identify as a female now. It's one thing, and like, oh, well, I feel this way about it, but you go out of your way to disrespect this person because of what they identify as. That's different.
Yeah.
I have had someone at work just like my friend is, they're starting to work here. I call them they because they don't identify as male or female. So, just make sure I'm like, I'm not going to walk around on eggshells for this person. I'm going to slip up and call him.
Right.
And if he gets offended by that, then sorry.
That's on you, right.
But I'm not going to walk around on eggshells on it because I'm human. I slip up. But I will try to make a conscious effort to respect your wishes. But there are people who want to oppose that to the point of blood, sweat, and tears. Just like, let them do them. If this person now wants to be a woman, but he still has a penis, that's his business, okay? If this person wants to be a cupcake, they can stay away from me, but that's their business, okay? This person identifies as a table leg, or a cupcake, or a chair. That is your weird ass business. But I'm never gonna call you a chair. But
that's what I'm saying. And it's like like I said, they'll go out of their way to make sure you identify them as a chair.
Yeah, as they will get like this. There's this offense culture nowadays. Everybody's looking for a reason to be offended.
Yeah, Dave Chappelle said the world turned to a bunch of bitch ass niggas.
Yeah, like anytime you cannot air the Chappelle Show or Undercover Brother or White Chicks because there will be a fucking shitstorm.
Right.
People will lose their shit. People hate Dave Chappelle now because he still has that raw ass style of comedy that he did back then. You can't joke about gay people. You can't joke about women. You can't joke about this. You can't joke about that.
It's like you can't even do your job as a comedian.
Yeah.
It's like.
But my thing is, I appreciate the ones who, like the stand-up comedians that say what they say and are unapologetic about it. I don't like when people feel like they gotta apologize about something that they meant to say or that they actually feel. Like, if you really feel that way, what's the point in apologizing just to appease people?
Yeah, and I love it when people stick to it. So there's this person, I guess we call him a comedian, that I watch on YouTube. His name is Ethan Klein with H3H3 Productions. And recently, he went on Twitter and said something about, it's so cold in our apartment, my balls have receded up into my body. You guys are going to have to start calling me Ellen, right? Instead of Ethan. People went in on him. That's disrespectful to transgender people. You're undermining the trans community. They went off on him. So he put a video on YouTube. He said, the title was, "If I offended you, I'm sorry." But the content of the video was anything but that. He's like, I'm not apologizing. It was a joke. Everybody just gets offended so much. Like, I did not disrespect trans people. I did not disrespect Ellen DeGeneres. Like, shut the fuck up.
You know what's the crazy part? Everybody defended Ellen, and Ellen probably laughed about the shit.
She probably laughed,
She probably fucking died laughing.
Right.
For her.
And it's like, if somebody told that same joke in 2010, nobody would have batted a fucking eyelash. We got retweeted and favored it, and that's it.
And that was,
because everybody wants to be
sensitive. Yeah. Oh, pussies. Pussies right now, huh?
That reminds me also on this offense culture. Recently, somebody tweeted at this young lady. She wore like a Chinese-style geisha dress to her prom. She looked really pretty. And this Asian guy tweeted at her and said, "My culture is not your fucking prom dress." And 250,000 people favorited and retweeted that, and then they attacked this damn girl.
So what was she wearing?
She's wearing she was white, but she was wearing a Chinese dress. You know, everybody, you're appropriating my culture. Meanwhile, he's in his profile picture with an Adidas baseball cap, a fucking t-shirt, some cargo shorts, and Vans. You're appropriating her culture because that's all white people stuff.
But his people might have been the one that actually made it.
With that being said, they also made that dress that she wore and sell it to white people.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What is he saying? If you're going to call somebody out for appropriating your culture, and then in the same breath he even tweeted something like, eating French fries with chopsticks. This is truly the melting pot of America, whatever he said. I'm like, so with that being said, you're eating French fries. You're not French. You're appropriating somebody's. You're appropriating Jean Bonnet's fucking culture. Stop. It's just what.
I want us to get to one of these rounds of Jenga before we close out. Are we playing this? We didn't even get. All right. So
So we about to play with
so
that.
Right?
So we about to play with that.
I mean, this ain't gonna last everybody. This is the rest of this. If you got it, you can finish it.
Should we
No, I'm just gonna try to put it in a central enough location.
All right. Yeah.
So this is it's formatted for, I guess there's gonna be some of the blocks is gonna have numbers on it, and once you get it, Taylor's gonna read you the question for the number that you got, or if it just has a direction on the block, we just do whatever the block says. This is busy doing Jenga.
I go ahead and pull.
Yeah. See the guess. You go first.
All right. What if I pull the whole thing down?
If you knock it over, you got.
That would be unfortunate.
It's just a shot.
Got it.
Yeah. What did it say?
Jay, what with you?
Oh, all right. I'm gonna finish.
Yeah, put
first.
it at the top. Yeah.
Put it.
Yeah.
Place it back.
I gotta put it back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Like
put
just
it
put
at
on
the
top.
top.
All right.
The other way.
No,
the
the
other
other way.
All right. I was about to say, ooh, that's
No.
No, the other
Like-
way.
Sideways.
Yeah.
And then upside down, you gotta flip it over.
all right. I'm just retarded.
So who's going next?
I gotta take this drink first. It's going.
Oh, you ain't even got nothing for it.
It's going this way.
Oh gosh.
No, clockwise. I'm tripping.
You better pull it. Oh, it's coming.
Nah, I got it.
All right.
Oh, look.
Everyone drinks
I'm
one
next.
except you, so I'm gonna just take this one from
Go
the
ahead,
left.
say
Everyone drinks on except Chris.
This is the first time I've seen that block.
All right.
Damn, I'm
Sorry.
right down. So I guess I got.
Yeah, we're gonna finish that with the wine before I open this Remy. This Remy gonna be the closing shot.
Ooh.
I'm scared. I
You
don't
switching
know.
blocks again? Don't be over there cheating.
All right. I'm trying to figure out which one is the most loose.
I bet.
This camera in the way.
Oh yeah, true.
Hey.
It's a blank. It's a blank. All right.
Mine's blank.
Ooh, you getting
But,
rough over there.
Did we ever finish the whole geek thing?
Geek. What
Think
about
about
it?
Childish Gambino?
I don't know.
I don't remember. That was so many drinks ago.
Blank.
All right.
Oh, there's a lot of blanks for right now. It's gonna be me. Oh, this is rough. This is rough one right here. Oh, it's coming with it.
Hope we even get to one of the questions. Hope we don't.
Right. Let's stack it up again.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
We'll only do one round on air. We can keep playing.
Yeah.
Woo!
Oh, at least my next turn.
Oh, that's you lucky then.
Right.
Right.
I want to ask the questions. I'm kind of excited.
Go with this one.
Damn.
2. Do I have to answer it?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the most challenging thing you've done so far pursuing your business in Baltimore or your hobby?
Getting the support of fellow Baltimoreans, if that's the word. Because it's hard. Like, I mean, it's like people that are around you on a regular basis or that can see you doing whatever you're doing, it's I feel like they're less likely because it's like, oh, I've watched whatever he's doing. I don't need to do anything. Versus, like, I can take something I did, present it somewhere further away, and because they never heard of me or it, it's like, oh, this is cool.
They're more intrigued.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like that's backwards. I feel like we should be supporting the people from where we from, especially if it's something of good quality. Like, a lot of people will try to say, like, oh, I'm not supporting this because it's somebody I know where they got it from, or it's bad quality, whatever. Like, and it's like, granted, I don't believe in supporting any type of business just because it's black if it has subpar quality. Because at the end of the day, you should be getting, what you pay for.
Yeah, you pay for.
But to devalue something because it's a local owned business, or it's because somebody that or it's because it's a black owned business, I don't think that's cool.
Yeah, I think it's just hard for people to see somebody that they know go to their next level.
Right, because
like,
they're probably doing something that the person isn't.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's mainly what that comes from now.
But I also think it's just like literally like the person. It's hard to see change in a person while you're staring in the person's face.
True.
Like if I'm looking right at you, I'm literally gonna see the same person.
Mm-hmm.
But if I step away from you a while and change while I'm away and come back,
Right.
He ain't used to do that. Or
Right.
Used to that. It's just like it's crazy. Like it brings up my ex again for real. Like that's what I said. I said maybe I just need to step away and literally show you change. Cause you ain't gonna see that I changed staring me right in my face every day. For real. So
when you watch it progress day by day, you see it all, so you don't actually really notice the difference.
Yeah, it's like
Who turned it yours?
Yes,
All right.
my turn.
Very precarious.
I don't know if this is
right
one of your
this
questions on a part of the game,
Huh?
but I don't know if this is one of the questions as part of your game, but I was just going to ask it while we playing, so it's not dead silent.
Oh.
So I was going to ask you, so like, what's next? What's coming up next with the businesses that you got going on? You got anything coming out? You want to let everybody know about?
Definitely. Definitely. Black Ventures is really my main focus at the moment. For it's one of my main focuses. Black Ventures is so when I was working at Wells Fargo, like I said, I always felt like I was a venture capitalist. When I was working at Wells Fargo, I really got introduced to it, and I actually met a guy who was into it. Really into it while I was there. And he said,
I
what
see
I
you
want.
using that index finger to push that other one back in.
I didn't know I couldn't do that.
He
Don't
said
you fucking fall.
he said what makes you want to get into
Everyone drinks except me.
you get that again, but
We can
he
get in
said,
trouble
what I
with
want to do.
this
I said I want to be a venture capitalist. I just felt like I had a degree
Whoever
for
goes
it.
next loses. I'm just letting you know.
He said
I thought we had to skip your turn. Wait a
one.
minute.
Yeah,
yeah, I do lose my next turn.
Oh,
But yeah,
that's
so
terrible.
so what actually happened was I just basically he was like, man, if you know customers,
Lucky.
if you know customers, you know how to be a venture capitalist.
12.
Ooh.
Oh, we didn't even rate the drink. It said everyone who rated the drink of the day under 3 has to take a shot.
I rate this a 4. The first one was a 5.
What was the first one?
The
I
fir-
have
That.
no idea what the rating scale is.
One
It's
to
1
5.
through 5.
I think this was a 4 too.
I think this one is a 4.
That's a 3.5 for me.
I know I'm tipsy.
This
so
one?
I don't know what to grade
This
it.
one.
If you tipsy, then
I
it's a
think
3
both
by
of them
default.
4 for me. Both of them 4.
I get that one a 4.
No, this
one a
4.5. This one 4.
All right.
This one was good compared
All
to
right,
that.
I go 4.
Oh, well, no one takes shots.
Yeah.
So everyone takes shots because we all did 4. All right.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't want to touch it.
But yeah, so like with Black Ventures, it's really just about like I felt like the slavery in the new systematic slavery is employment.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like you
That's tough.
go and get these great jobs, and like you basically work to build somebody else's dream your entire life.
Right.
Why? It's no reason that the average American is dying
It's dirty.
$62,000 in debt.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, like we're talking about really people that go to school for years and spend millions of dollars. You come out of school, like I always tell people, they come like
Clear to the right, drinks one.
that's
Hope
over.
it not over when you put it on top.
But yeah. So
This is not fair.
so you feel me? So it's like you look at these numbers and it's like these numbers are alarming. Like you have to do something about this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I'd rather take my fold in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause black community, we literally do this, and people just don't really put a name on it.
Right.
The snow, having a little snowball stand outside your house, and then doing this, that's being a owner.
Right. That is a business.
Why are we not making this a more of a habit?
Mm-hmm.
We're not building no type of ownership or residuals for ourselves. So I went back into our old school. I went back into Milford, found a company to work with, which I'm excited about for real. I'm actually giving them a little time. They're going through graduation, so I want to give them a little time to, get their feet under water and enjoy the fact of this accomplishment they're about to make, which is, graduation. And that's what's live. But other than that, Focus Vision Media, man, and we really try and do a bunch of artists and like just athlete profiles.
Okay.
So it's like you can go on SoundCloud and literally create your profile.
Mm-hmm.
But is your profile literally a profile you're gonna step on?
Right.
Am I as a customer gonna go into your profile?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have the videos? Do you have the headshots that you feel me these big people got?
Right.
Because if you don't got that, 9 times out of 10, ain't nobody gonna step on your page. If you just your page is filled with memes, you got a picture every once in a while or low quality with your boys. Nobody's like when you say, "Oh, I'm dropping new music," nobody's gonna take you a bit of serious.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to get it to where we can help you build that. We can get you the pictures. We can get you the videos.
Mm-hmm.
We can get you all that. We can connect you with people that you need to be trying to talk to get to where you are.
Right.
And that's on not just the artist side, but also as an athlete.
Right.
Because you got kids out here that literally should be at these top schools, but they not.
They don't have those things.
Because they're not exposed.
Mm-hmm.
You can't you're not. You can't tell me that the kid at Poly is just as good as the kid that went to Bishop O'Connor or one of those private schools. You're not telling me that their talent levels are different. Because I could take him probably down. I could take the Poly kid down the dome with the Bishop O'Connell kid. He's going to trash him down the dome because he's a dog, but he ain't getting that type of exposure just because he plays city ball.
Right.
He played in Baltimore City where the first thing you think of is crime.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what's really popping. That's the biggest thing that we working on right now is
That's
just
what's up.
literally
People
trying
need
to
that exposure without the resources.
yeah, and it's like we're doing it so much on a different level because I will go reach out for you.
Right.
I know how to talk to a college coach and be like, look, this is what we got. This is what he does in the workout. This is what he did. We got the video.
Right.
Video. So that's all we're working on right now, and that's the biggest product we got really pushing right now. Like, of course, like I said, BD and Company launches June 16th for real. I'm really excited about that. Ambitious Dreamers, which is literally that's the family line. He actually got one of the hats on for real.
Oh, okay.
So like that's the family line. That's us. That's the boys, the day one boys. That's the ones we in the basement playing video games with all day for real. And that's where my love at. That's always where my heart gonna be at.
Right.
Because that's where I started.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Without them, it's nothing for real. Like that's really the guys.
I feel you.
Yeah, we got a lot of things coming. I'm actually just working on a couple things, but mostly just I'm really just I want positive minds. I literally have made it that our launch profile is 5. I'm trying to get 5 companies in different industries and literally invest up to $2,000 in them. So
Okay.
So I'm really excited about seeing who I come across. I came across some nice people, like some. I have come across some nice people. So
That's what's up.
those are the biggest things right now.
Especially because that benefits the youth.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to do, man. It's really about building. Like outside of that, I'm working with the new Thrive program, so I'm volunteering down at Franklin Square Elementary and Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm using my time. I'm burning myself out. I'm really taking a bunch of sacrifices, but
It all pays out.
it all pay out. I always feel like I'm blessed because I'm doing what a lot of people my age I'm doing with my restraints.
Mm-hmm.
Like when like I tell people, I tell my story. I literally use my story as probably like the biggest motivation.
Mm-hmm.
I came home from prison homeless. Like I was struggling to really have a place when I came home, and I just came home now a year. I came home last April 28th for real. Like so. I came home struggling, and I was like, it really like down bad. I'm on people's couches, like, like really down bad, like really. And I mean, like, it's not like I wasn't hungry. I wasn't applying jobs. Just telling me no. I went through a week. I probably had 9 interviews. I really had 9 interviews, like really, and like everybody, like, man, we would love to have you, but we just can't because you're a racket, man. We just can't. So I just literally went that mindset that you're not gonna tell me no.
I feel like that's an injustice in and of itself.
It is though. It's like, but
Sorry, Michigan.
you wouldn't tell me no. For real. Like, but I really say my ex Ramona like really helped me through this process. Like and I give her the utmost respect with it because I literally would not be doing what I'm doing without the time that we spent together.
Right.
Because I mean, like, some of the stuff that she embedded in my head was like really, really important for her. Like the fact that she demanded how you gonna communicate with me. That I like that because I now use that in my own personal life.
Right.
Cause like you're not gonna tell me tell me last minute, or I will get upset. My man E is right here. He will tell you when I get last minute information now. I am literally livid, and so it's like I literally have learned so much over the year. Yeah. That perseverance is you just can't quit. That door gonna close. Like I said, like that's why I say I wouldn't been here without her. Like, I mean, them doors is closing. We together. We in a whole relationship. And, like, them doors closing. People saying no. But I just have the hustler mindset. You will never, ever see me literally get down to a crazy point. Because I'm thinking about the next move.
Right.
I'm thinking about next week, yesterday. You know what I mean? So
that's what's up. That's growth.
Yeah, it's really... So it's really, I really want to help some people. I feel like I'm doing the best thing I could possibly do. Is literally work on people's dreams and help people live their dreams. Like, you can't find a better career than that. For real. Yeah. That's why I'm just so elated about it. Hold on, I'm my fault. I messed up the jingle.
Oh no! Wait, we got.
Oh, my fault.
All right. So, thing number 7. Name 3 topics we've talked about on the Busy Doing Nothing podcast.
I don't even get high. I'm too high for this. We discussed Bill Cosby.
Yes.
Okay.
In that situation, we discussed the effects of social media on the mental state
That was
of
today.
people.
It was a rehash.
We also discussed relationships and how to develop as a person to conform to what someone else wants in a relationship.
Yeah, I missed that episode.
That was.
I really wish I was here for that because I went through that. So
That was a pretty heated conversation. It was like kind of like 3 versus 1.
It's hard. It's really hard.
I don't remember.
This is when Jay was here. We were discussing.
Oh, okay.
I hate to re-bring it up, but I always think it's weird for real because this is why relationships are so weird. So it's like you kind of don't want to find a person that's already stable because 9 times out of 10 you find a person that's already stable, they see you as indispensable because I've already made it. You know what I mean? So it's like you are just a piece that I'm inserting into what I've already done. When you with somebody that's literally what you through the process, you have a different appreciation for it. You feel what I'm saying?
I can understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Like now, I'm gonna be 100% honest, real. Like literally on here, I literally don't have a bunch of appreciation for the type of love I get because it's different now. I'm literally getting DMs from girls that I seen curve me. I drive a sports car now. Now you're in my DMs.
That's
like
what they do.
Like you feel me? Like I really have a real live situation, and she probably is watching, but I could care less for real. But like you feel what I'm saying? Like I really watched when I watched how my DMs changed for real. Like my DMs when we was talking in the beginning for real was like she was like, no, we already did that. I'm past this for real. Da 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 da. Drive a sports car now. Now you're blowing up my phone to the point. Why aren't you even talking to me? Da da da. You don't have to do this to me. Oh, it's crazy now for real. You know what I'm saying? Like I posted something earlier for real. The same girls that was beating down Ramona inbox to let her know what was going on with me. Oh, he doing this. These the same girls. Where you at? Can you come pick me up? I was a dog just a few weeks ago for real when I was trying to get myself together and really show my girl I loved her, not these other girls that's trying to come in between us. You feel me? Y'all was look at him, he doing this. I can't even like a status for real without you trying to tell.
That's so gross though. Like it's
Social media
gross. Like
it's crazy
that you chase somebody because of something material. That's like I went to Golden Dragon last weekend.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm with my aunt because she really wanted to go. So I went there with her last weekend, and I sat next to this guy at the bar.
It's on YouTube, by the way.
And he like pulls out his keys. I don't remember what kind of car he drove. He just sits his keys and like pushes them close to me so I can see that he drives a sports car. And I like looked at him like, yeah. So anyway, like, how did you want me to react to that? He said something to me, and I'm like, oh well.
Yeah, drink.
I know it's coming.
Wait, who's on your left?
He is.
Oh, well, both of you got a drink.
Huh?
Does he still have to drink even though, like, he knocked it over?
But go ahead.
I guess you could just ask him a random question off of that when she finished.
It's just like...
Some of them fell.
So many females are actually like that. That's people just assume all females are like that. Like,
it's scary. I don't assume all females like that, though. Cause I tell you, my ex was a rider though. She lived up to her last name for real. Like real talk for real. You feel what I'm saying? Like yeah, she was a rider for real. I was just dumb for real. I was
that late.
Look,
that's what's up.
You feel me? Like you know what I mean? Like I don't never put no bad on her. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like different circumstances probably would have been better for real. Yeah. But yeah, but now it was just crazy. So I just mom it. I really just mom it for real. Like. Even girls, I feel I might entertain it. I feel like you literally just said because of what I got from her. Like I still might entertain it, but I mom it for her.
I know what you mean though, because like I didn't. It was a couple, chicks that when I had first bought my car and I was out with it. Yeah. I knew I wouldn't have got no rap any other way.
Any other way? It's real.
That's just that's how they are, and it's like. Some guys are so used to being treated that way by these females that they start to pursue females that way. Like there's this one guy I know. We're like associates. I won't even say we're friends because he does the most. But he like every time I'm around him, he does shit like this. So he'll just pull out like these expensive, like these Balenciagas. Yo, these bitches hard. I'm gonna get these next week, and I'm gonna get this car. And I'm just like.
He's waiting for you to respond.
Yeah, he's clearly saying all this to try and entice me, and I'm just like,
I don't like that.
If he's done this multiple times, has he ever showed up after the fact with whatever he said he was gonna get?
Like he buys expensive shoes and shit.
Oh, okay.
But my thing is, you gloating about it to try and get my attention. That's very unattractive. Yeah. Like it's counterproductive. You're doing the opposite of what you're trying to do. I know some niggas that's
like that too. And I just be sitting there like.
It's one thing to get things that you like because you like them, and it's another thing to get them to try to show off. That's like I don't know. I feel like that's lame.
It is lame.
Like
and I eventually I said, why do you like you don't have to say
because
this.
I have it, I like it, and I own it. I'm not trying to impress anybody.
There we go.
So I don't know. That's just the difference.
No, see, I mean, yeah, it's like you got some genuine people out here for real. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I do some stuff for real. Like at this point in my life now, for real, like I literally do some stuff to make sure that you're here for me. Like, and even if I'm not, you're here for me. I need to know that if you're around me, you got my back just as well as I got yours. So, for example, Kay, who I'm dating now, for real, like we. Of course, in the beginning, you flipping the bill for real. You flipping the bill in the beginning.
Yes, we are.
So you know, we went out to OC. And in the midst of us going out to OC, I just wanted to test her for real. So I played a little broke for real this time for real. I cried broke for real. But she had my back. You feel what I'm saying? And that was like, it was a point where it was like, oh, she litty for real. She litty.
I was trying to understand what you meant by litty. I don't know anymore. It applies to many things with me.
Yeah, all right, so litty to me now is just like, that's tight, that's cool for real. I love it. It's hot for real. Yeah, that's what litty is. I know people, I get this all the time.
Are you freestyling that right now, or is you doing something that you've done before?
I'm just kind of doing shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you said let's get one question off of the list that we can ask.
Oh, I don't know. Let me see.
And I told him, I'm able to answer any question. I don't have not net hold back in me. I will answer any question open.
All right. Let me see. I got name 3 of your favorite people to support in Baltimore.
In Baltimore? Ooh, that's a good one. I like that. I actually like that.
One's got to be busy doing nothing off top.
Oh, yeah. Automatically busy doing nothing off top for real. Just because, I'm back. And I came back to radio with y'all for real. So definitely busy doing nothing.
This about to hurt.
These next two is a giver for real. I would definitely have to say Ramona Ride Up. Like, you feel
and what does she do? You gotta.
I got you.
You gotta plug her.
Gotta, go get her text for real. Ramona Ride Out on Facebook and Ride Out _ 365 or somewhere in there. It's like that. It's like Ride Out 365 _ one of those for real. You'll find it as you start typing that in for real. So, I definitely support her. She acts for real. She's amazing. I've literally been in there like while she's practicing for her. She's amazing.
Yeah, she is.
She really is amazing for her. Like that's why I say like not have no hard feelings. Like that's a really amazing.
Isn't she in like this a movie that's coming out soon?
Yeah, she's actually that's the crazy part. She does behind the scenes stuff. So you know what I mean? Like she's really really amazing for real. Like really I'm so happy that. Like, you know how sometimes when women get out of a relationship and they just like on a bitter track. I'm so happy that she just got back immersed in work. Like that was the most attractive thing to just see her get back into work, get back in what you love. We ain't work out. That is what it is. Go back to work.
Right.
Go back. And that was fun. And I guess I can't say her name or I'll get my ass killed later for real. Definitely gotta say KK. KK Thomas for real. You know, she's a model for real. Really, she's really doing a lot for real. KK Thomas on Facebook. She is K on Instagram. And Davon's K on Snapchat for real. So
Okay.
definitely gave you all them tags for Davon's like I think like dot K or something like that for real. But yeah, those are the 3 people I'll support definitely. Busy Doing Nothing for real. Ramona Ride Out and KK Thomas. Like they 3 amazing people. I love all y'all work. Like y'all work ethic is amazing.
Appreciate
Ramona work ethic is out of this planet. Like literally out of this planet. Like I literally never seen nobody like work like how she works for it.
This was something that you say that, you know, like even though it's people that you dealt with like in previous relationships that you still got mad love and respect for.
I really had the most.
Because I had said before, like, I think it was like last season or something, like people who get out of relationships and act like they by default have to hate the person that they was with. I never understood because it's like you're supposed to have some base level of friendship with somebody that you with. And if you can't revert back to some level, as long as nothing catastrophic happened, if you can't revert back to a level of friendship, you ain't had no relationship to begin with.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. And like I'll be honest with you, like I have no problem. Maybe you know how things went. Like she may have a you know a problem with which problem. I literally would be her friend. Like it's not even about a relationship. Like she's just like she's that type of person for her. You literally just want to be around for her.
Right.
Like you literally just want to be around. So I have no I've never been that way. Like
You on your own with that one.
The only time I ever kind of was with that way was like one of my exes. For
Yeah,
I was mad because I brought her a car. So I was a little.
That's a big investment.
Yeah, I was a little livid for real.
Yeah.
I brought her a car and I barely was driving. Did I?
We need to take a picture of this.
I did.
Oh, you did? All right, cool. So we had our wine or champagne. So the other drink of the day today is Remy Martin, the white Remy. You mix that with that?
Yeah. Yeah.
At least you ain't driving.
He probably went about it the best way.
I
think I did.
No, I'm gonna drive though. I do gotta drive. The crazy part was my car pulled up, but I had my car go take care of some errands. Which go? So that's why I was with him for real.
Okay.
Yeah, I pulled up.
I didn't
first
trust myself knowing that there would be a party at work today to even drive, so I have my keys, but there's the car.
See, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know I was coming here to get drunk, y'all. I'm gonna be honest.
Every episode.
We get drunk every Saturday.
Man, I'm really having fun. So like, I gotta start tuning in for real.
Yeah,
I might.
Yes.
We gotta get y'all the call line so I can call in and be like, yo, look, yo, I don't know about what Taylor just said. I was on her side in the beginning, but it went.
And you know what? That's why we need to try and do it live at least at one point, because
we used to try, but the connection was just so terrible.
Yeah,
I'm gonna figure it out.
We'll talk about that. We did that. We did live. When we did Small Talk Radio, we did live.
Yeah.
We literally did live.
Well, do you? This is a webcam, right?
It can be.
I have a webcam, so
yeah.
It's a pretty good quality.
That's crazy because that's literally one of the biggest things of Focus Visual Media.
Mm-hmm.
It's enhancing that live stream experience. I was down in North Carolina working on that.
If you figure out a way, I'll bring my 1080p webcam. We'll make it work.
Okay.
Got you. Yeah.
But this is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast. We are right in the middle of the conversation. I am your host, Mr. Freeminds. To my left, I have
Taylor, aka Doc. To my left, I have
The struggle.
I love it. And boy, I got so many nicknames. If I really gave all my nicknames, it would be crazy. Like I got a new nickname last night for real, y'all.
Same. We know.
Spaghetti. Last night my new nickname was Spaghetti for real. Because the space like played off with Spaghetti for real. So I mean, yeah, with P. Diddy for real. Like that was my last night. Because it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. My man like, yo, bro, I love you to death. My man really said this to me yesterday. He said, bro, I love you to death, yo. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why are you talking about work? Like my mind was going for real.
Right.
My mind was going, and it was like we had just did the release for the the drop for the new shirts for real. Yeah. My mind works, but it's Space, y'all. It's Space Jam. The name everyone knows me as. Give me some space.
Right. We appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Hold on. Before we leave, I told Taylor that I was going to tell y'all about this story that Chris probably doesn't even remember.
I probably don't.
Graduation night.
Uh-huh.
Me, you, who else?
I was there?
Yes. Me, you, John.
Uh-huh.
Chewy. I think Chewy's with us.
Uh-huh.
We went to laser tag at our Owens Mills on graduation night.
Uh-huh.
You don't remember that?
I remember going out there,
Yeah, that was crazy though. Like, like literally me, you. That was a wild combination at the time to be together. It was me, you.
I remember doing. I don't know. Was it graduation night? Though?
It was graduation night.
For real?
Because we left Chewy and Asia to go cookout. We left Asia cookout.
Oh yeah.
We left Asia cookout.
That was that same day.
Yup. We went out because I rode with y'all and then I got dropped off somewhere to be skunky as always. To go do something.
We so old, 10 years.
It's about to be 10 years since that day happened. It's about to be 10 years.
Wait, what year did you guys?
09.
Oh, okay.
What year you are?
09.
Are you 09?
10 years, yo.
Your reunion coming too.
After that, we be knocking on 30.
Then again, I might go just to internally ridicule everybody else there. I don't know.
What, your reunion?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going.
I'm gonna go. I'm definitely going.
Me and KK was just actually talking about that. I was like, everybody will come. Certain people will try to come, and I'll do other people in this.
Especially if it's gonna be a prom thing.
I'm coming in sweats,
me
y'all.
personally,
mark my words, y'all.
Me personally, I ain't too big on the sweats thing. I mean, not the sweats, the prom thing, because you just said sweats. That's why. But because I ain't even go to prom.
But so that's the whole point. It's a lot of people that didn't go to prom.
The prom 10 years later.
Because ain't nobody go to prom. That's what's like. It was a lot of people that missed out on prom.
I know, but if I ain't go then,
it's the time to make up for it. That's right.
It's a formal.
Man.
I was forced to go to prom.
I want to go. I mean, we can do the 90s party, but I'd really rather do the Spirit Cruise because that's scenic. That's
It is better.
Yeah.
We can sit back and talk about.
Ready to take this shot.
Right. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like, share, subscribe with your friends. Make sure you go to www.bdnpodcast.com. Get your tickets to the 90s party. That is in a few weeks now. It's coming up. It's on June 2nd, 10 to 2. come in your best 90s outfit, you'll receive a surprise reward. Make sure you go to www.dotscastlemedia.com, get your read-ups, the blogs, latest news, all of that. Make sure you go to www.freemindsclothing.com, get your gear, all of that. And you have your streaming stuff up. So, do we want to do that right now?
The spelling, we'll just put it up on Instagram because the spelling though.
All right, we will put the spelling of Lee's streaming thing in our description.
Can I say something real quick? Mm-hmm. You want something crazy? You want a crazy story? So this is 2 years ago, right? 2.5 years ago, when I was starting the radio. I wanted to get into streaming because I knew it was coming. I said, "Yo, this is the way artists are gonna make money again." Bam! Which Karma exclusively dropped his on Apple.
Drake.
Future dropped DS2 on Apple. Rihanna went exclusive on Tidal. Kanye went exclusive on Tidal. Beyonce goes, drops Eliminated on Tidal. Everybody was dropping exclusive albums on Tidal. So I was just like, man, like literally, I told them that this was coming. Told my whole team, I said, yo, it's coming. Streaming services are coming. If you don't hop on a wave and find a way to get into a streaming service, you're gonna miss out. So not the wave bit.
Yeah, streaming is definitely the new thing though.
Yeah. This is something totally different though. This is Twitch. Not even music related. Well, music can be related, but
I like it.
Yeah, the spelling's gonna be on
You
Instagram.
got any websites?
We gonna get y'all the websites. We rebuilding every really website.
Okay.
Ambitious Dream is getting rebuilt, ain't it?
Yep.
Yeah, every website really just getting rebuilt for real. So you can just follow. I would just say follow me, and then I got everyone on me for real. Like,
make sure you follow. Give me some space.
Yes, give me some
Jam.
space with the correct spelling for real.
Right.
So
None of those weird letters and stuff.
underscores and nothing.
You'll get all the business info there. Until then, make sure everybody be safe.
Ceasefire.
Be safe. Ceasefire.
Ceasefire.
And I'm not even gonna go there. That's terrible. It's too new. Nothing.
All
Don't stay off the tracks.
oh no. Oh no.
All right, let's see what this
Cut off
rummy is
the
like.
camera.
No, I can't yet. I gotta taste the track. I gotta taste the rummy.
Woo. Woo.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm going down.
Let's get one.
I wish I would have sipped it before you said that.
I give it a 2.5.
Tastes like alcohol. Just
Yeah.
pure rum and alcohol.
What would you
I
give
didn't
it?
taste it.
Oh,
It's sweet.
Really?
hell
I didn't
no.
taste sweet, but it
2.5.
didn't. Yeah, I gave it 2.5.
One.
What would you get a drink? Space?
Huh?
What would you
Did
get
you
us?
drink
Out of
that?
1
That
to
one,
5. Oh, you
woo.
mixed yours, so you ain't even really get to taste
I
it.
mean, I don't know. The kick after I took it was like,
Oh, all right.
yeah, we here now.
I don't know if that's a good thing or
My
bad.
stomach is like on fire right now.
I would
Yeah,
say
mine's getting there too. 2.5. I'm at 2.5.
I would say it's a good thing for me, bad thing for where I'm gonna be at tonight, cause I'm gonna have fun now. I'm gonna turn up. I'm gonna
This
be
is
on the
the-
couches.
This is the Busy Doing Nothing podcast, aka the pregame podcast.
Hey, this was
Whatever it is that you're
fun.
doing. Appreciate you
was
coming
Thanks
out.
for coming out.
Fun. I
Definitely
really
looking
appreciate
forward
it.
to seeing all your big business ventures coming
I
up.
can't wait to get.
More support.
I'm waiting to step my foot in this '90s party for real.
Hey,
In a second.
yes.
That's what we talking about for real. Man, I had fun. If you haven't came on the show and you have something you need to talk about, come on the show. I really had a great time. I
Place
really
to
had
be.
a great time. Like it got to the point, I swear, I was like sometimes thinking like, damn, I want an interview. Like it felt
That's
like
the way we
should-
try to make it feel like,
Like-
you
Yeah,
like it's
we just want you to be
conversation.
comfortable.
Yeah, and it was fun because I literally about to be like, yo, somebody go get a spades, cuz let's go. Like, we just rapping.
Like, I don't know.
Right,
It
right.
really was fun for real. It
Well,
was fun.
we hope y'all enjoyed the episode. Tune in next week. Again, www.bdnpodcast.com. Get your